And
Hi.
welcome back, everyone,
Hello.
to Two Gays Walk Into a Bar.
This is Two Gays Walking to a Bar and Two Gays
It's
only.
been how long? Almost like 2 fucking months?
Two fucking, like,
No,
I
it's
don't
only been a
know,
month,
2
but still.
years. 2 years.
84 years.
It's been a long-ass time since the two of us have joined each other for this.
Us.
Like, I actually haven't seen you this whole time.
Yeah, I know. We just
like,
been going our separate ways.
Are you okay? Like, how you been? Like, how you been?
I'm pretty
I don't really
fucking
care, but
shitty. I'm kidding, no.
I mean, this is two gays walking to a bar.
Wait.
That doesn't sound right.
That I think there's something missing.
That sounds false.
Why is there a third microphone?
Why is there a third? Whose phone is on the table?
Who
Whose coffee is this?
Bruh!
This chair is just empty. What's happening right now? What the?
Oh my gosh! Oh hey, bitch!
Bitch!
What's up?
Oh my God! Who are you? Get out of our house!
It's actually 3 gays walking a bar.
Yes.
It is now 3 gays walking
officially,
to a bar.
now it is 3 gays walking to a bar.
Pretty crazy.
Because
we have a new addition to the team.
Apparently, we fucking sucked when it was only the 2 of us.
I guess so. And
let's not talk
actually,
about that.
When we first started getting the show together, I actually offered Mysti to join the show, and she told us she was too good for us.
No, I fucking didn't.
And I was like, damn, all right.
Just to clarify, everyone at home, I am pansexual, so that means that I like anyone regardless of gender or non-gender conforming people.
Indeed. So,
okay.
So we got.
That's why I am the third gay.
So we got gay, pan, and bi. A nice range. We're a very diverse show.
Yes.
The range.
We got a
She
nice
has
gay
the
range.
I really do. Like, literally anyone has a chance. I'm single.
So suitors beware.
God damn it. This week on Fuck.
Wow.
This week on 3 Gays Walk Into a Bar, Mysti is going to be talking about alien UFO shit. I'm going to be talking about the earliest encounter of aliens. I'm going to be talking about the first abduction of from aliens. Those little gray boys. Sorry. Anyways, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what else I was saying.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for.
Okay.
Three gays walk into a bar.
3 gays walk into a bar.
3 gays walk into a bar.
Well, I guess I'll fucking start.
Please do.
I'm PJ.
The affable, lovable PJ.
I'm Mysti.
I'm Tristan.
Which means that he's more than 2 stands.
There's a third stand somewhere in
That
there.
makes me want to throw up.
I have a number of stands equal to my number of nipples.
Let's not talk about third nipples.
Okay, who else here has a third nipple? Let's just put that out on the table.
Yeah, let's not, actually.
We don't mind crossing any borders here.
Yeah, anyways, welcome everybody to now 3 gays walk into a bar.
Where we talk about our nipples, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
All 3 nipples for all 3 gays.
We just call this the nip cast.
Kill yourself.
3 nipples walk into a bar.
3 nipples. 1 each nipple belongs to me.
Okay.
So I have 3 nipples.
So we're actually introducing a segment that we're going to start doing at the beginning of every episode. It was my idea.
Yeah, it's a great
so
idea
if it
too.
fails, then
It's a totes phenom idea.
It's gonna be all your fault.
Yeah. Okay. But we are going to start saying what triggered you this week?
I already
Because
know what I'm talking about.
all three of us are very gay and very triggered all the time.
Yes.
Like there is at least one thing that triggers us every week. So
Yes.
Indeedy. You want to start?
what triggers me this week is men.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty fair.
Like honestly, I feel like men like the dating pool is just so
Cisgender.
yes. Cisgendered heterosexual man.
Yes.
Shout out to my girl, Ashniko. I just feel like men just really honestly try to make you make you feel not special at all as much as possible. Like they're like they literally go out of their way to make you feel like you are just another hoe.
Yeah. That sucks.
Like and you know how fucking another thing, you know how fucking hard it is to find a girl that's interested in you who's actually pretty and not obese or in a fucking
Damn.
polyam
Oh yeah, I definitely know that struggle.
Like,
or a girl who's not in a polyamorous relationship that is not unattractive. Like I've noticed that most of the gay community around here, they're just disgusting.
ugly. Kidding.
Like
No.
I'm
No.
not, I'm not typically the type that
This isn't a very diverse area for sure.
like I'm typically not the type that judges someone, but like I feel like me being attracted to them is a little bit important, like I've found one girl
yeah.
so far that I vibe with and I'm like, bruh.
Yes.
I mean, like, I kind of lucked out with PJ.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of options beyond that.
Yeah.
But-
it's mainly because I'm not.
No, I'm not saying that. I love PJ.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not a whole
my
lot of
God.
options.
No.
I was the least liked.
Oh, babe. I said I really lucked out with you. That like the one gay in Mountain Home
Yeah,
is really
before you
great.
said that, there's not a lot of options.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because there's not.
Yeah, no, there really
It's
isn't.
not a very diverse area.
It's annoying.
I'm pretty sure that I've dated almost every gay man in this town that's not old or middle aged,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, PJ.
But like,
which isn't saying much because there's not that many at all.
but like, why are men? Like it's just one of those, one of those weeks for me. Like, I find myself being so just not attracted to men as much anymore, and that's a great thing about the fluidity of being pansexual is that you really don't like care. Like we don't really have a preference, but like most of the time around here all there is men, and like I just can't get away from them.
Yeah,
and it's
hick
like
men.
like
It's all a journey.
I'm over it.
It's all a journey.
Jill's
you know?
over it.
Like
every time I talk to her about a guy, she's like, stop dating men. I'm tired of it. I don't want to hear it.
men aren't all bad,
No,
but a lot of the men around here.
not all men, but all men.
All men around here. I mean, I'm around here and I'm a pretty great guy. Right, PJ?
Yes,
Stick up for me.
I'm gonna stick up for you, and I'm
Yes.
also a man, so it's fine.
Well, you guys are different.
We don't count as men.
No, you don't. Like,
Yeah.
no,
I'm
it's
like-
not the same thing. Whenever I say men, I don't mean like all men. I mean like most men.
I'm like the gayest bi you'll ever meet, I feel.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean, you are in a homosexual relationship, so it is understandable to be gay as fuck.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's how it works.
So, like, I'm trying to think about I'm trying to think about what triggered me this week. And I can't, like, man, it's been, honestly, like, I've had a really great time.
I had something
No
trigger
one
me.
cares.
Okay, well, hold on, let me say why. Drag Race wrapped up, and
Yes.
I was very satisfied.
You can't say anything.
I won't spoil it, but I was very satisfied with the winner.
So great, dude.
I literally
Fucking
cried
amazing.
twice.
Oh yeah.
I
was
cried.
great.
Okay, well, hold on. At one point they had a in memoriam of Chi-Chi DeVane, who passed away recently. And she was
You should know who Chi-Chi DeVane is, right?
and she was
Yeah.
a queen on Drag Race, and
She's the one from Louisiana.
like-
She made it top 4 on her season.
Oh shit, she died
yeah,
from what?
I think it was drug related.
I don't think it was drug related.
I thought that's what it was.
It was some kind of disease.
Oh, okay.
Do you
well,
just assume that because she's black?
shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Okay.
God damn it. No, fuck off. Don't even, bitch. But like, it was just so like touching and moving. Like, it was just so genuine. It was like all the queens that knew her, like saying what it was like to know her and just how genuine she was.
Yeah, something
And
that
it really got me in the feels, man.
Yeah.
Because like she was really great. She was one of my favorites. You know.
Yeah.
Like-
Something that Trixie Mattel said is that like Chi-Chi DeVane was a very likable queen. Like it's not very common that you find like a queen that everybody likes.
Yeah.
But since Chi-Chi was always so like nice and genuine, like as just a normal human being, like everybody loved her.
Drag queens are divisive even in the drag community.
Mm-hmm.
Because like to be a drag queen is to be like having shade thrown at you constantly by drag queens who like you for no reason or don't like you for no reason
Yeah,
at all.
pretty much.
Pretty cutthroat business. But yeah, so that made me cry, and then I just really agreed with the winner because she is fucking awesome, and she just really, really deserved and earned the win. So that's when I cried the second time.
So we're just not gonna talk about the fight that we had.
What fight? Oh.
I think that's one of the things that triggered you this
You know
week.
what? Okay, fine. Yeah. Like we can talk about that.
I'm just gonna call your ass out
Okay, I didn't even think about that. Sorry, but
because we resolved it. It was fine.
it's because my brain doesn't go to negative things. But I guess that is literally the topic. I'm gonna have to get used to that. I'm just such a positive guy.
Shut the fuck up. You literally look at me daily and you're like, I would fucking die, and I'm like, me too.
You know, that's just our humor. We joke around about that kind of stuff. Tiny fuck off. Okay, so we just got back from Birdfest, which is another thing we can talk about. But we just got back from Birdfest,
Well, hey,
and I had
what do you?
what?
Oh, okay.
It's part of the story.
Okay, yeah.
Babe. We just got back from Birdfest, and I hadn't seen Mysti or like talked to her in like 4 days, and I don't know, maybe I was feeling extra tender. I don't know, because like I spoke to Mysti at the beginning of the day, and she just like ignored my ass, and I got really salty.
Yeah, he got super salty and like super passive aggressive.
No
like,
one likes being ignored.
Okay,
so I was
first
like,
of all,
all right.
we work together, right? So I have to see
Yes.
his ass every day,
This was at work.
unless you know he's obviously taking a trip. But we have to see each other work every day, so I see him more than I see my own fucking brother.
Yeah.
It's true.
But like it was, you know, it was still early. It was like as soon as I got there, I had to take care of something, and he was talking to me, and I was in the middle of doing something, and then he's like good talk, and then walks away, and I was like okay, and then later he's like in a bad mood, and I'm like, Tristan, are you okay? He was like, it's fine. It doesn't matter. And I was like, you stupid bitch. I fucking know that there's something wrong. I don't believe you.
To be fair, I didn't try to like exude a lot of negativity towards you. I was just feeling like I really
I'm
didn't
an
want to.
empath.
I just really didn't want to talk, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I just didn't want to talk or say anything, so I just tried to, keep to myself because I was feeling hurt. Okay.
You were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. The cat comes out of the bag. I was hurt, Mysti. But like I don't know, we talked about it.
One of my
and it
favorite
was fine.
things that he said whenever he was apologizing for being so sensitive was, I would give you a Christian side hug if I could. I was like,
That good
why
old
is
Christian
this?
side hug?
I was like, why is this the most millennial apology that I've ever seen?
Well,
I'm gonna read it.
okay.
Okay.
I mean, I make great apologies. I've had to do it a lot in my life, so fuck?
Wait, I gotta go. Okay. Okay. Fuck, we talk too much.
Yeah, we text a lot. We're just such great
Wait.
friends.
It was after the picture with her.
Okay, he said, he said, Misty, you are a beautiful bitch and I love you. I'd give you a Christian side hug right now if I could. I'm sorry for getting that way. I'm feeling extra tender, a depressive episode, maybe. Just don't ignore me, bitch, and everything will be lit. And I was like, I really will try. Just call me out next time instead of ignoring me back all day.
I like to keep it a good mix of like, you know, be genuine,
It'll
you
be
know,
lit,
like
fam.
show show that you mean what you say and that you really do care, but also try not to be too dramatic about it. And you know, like try not to make it sound melodramatic, so that's why I add words like lit, and you know, I just add like, you know, goofy slang to kind of lighten it up a little bit. So it's like
It was just funny.
it's like yeah, exactly. It's
I
like
remember
be genuine but make
I
it
was
funny.
like, how am I supposed to be mad at him whenever he said that it was gonna be lit?
That's exactly
when
why.
when he showed me, I was just like, this is like the most perfect apology for Misty because she will just
I was like,
accept it and be
"Alright."
fine like right away. I fucking
That's
knew
good.
it.
Yeah. Precisely, dude. Precisely. So I
Yes.
guess that's what triggered me because I was
Yeah.
fairly triggered when that happened. So so that's good to say.
Uh-oh. Here comes the fluffy
Oh,
bow.
hello.
Here comes that tail is gorgeous, dude. Question mark looking. Babe, what triggered you? Do you have anything?
Yes.
PJ's like, I've been waiting.
So
I have a list, bitch.
it was like this was before Bird. It was the oh my god, it was the last day before Bird, and I had just worked like no, actually it was after maybe I don't know. Either way, I was just still fucking pissed about it. It was probably actually just a couple days ago, but I was specifically scheduled at work to be in the back room, just like racking clothes and shit. And you know, I love that. And like we don't have to wear face masks in the back room because we're not working with like customers and shit like that. And so I didn't bring my face mask that day because I was under the assumption that I would just be in the back room all day. And then I got to work and there was one extra person scheduled for racking clothes that day for some reason. And out of the three, mine was the only one had the letter R next to it, which means racking on the actual schedule. Well, when I got there, I was told, or we like kind of had like a little argument about how. Hold on, let me get my thoughts together. We kind of had a little argument about like who was going to be actually in the back racking or who was going to be up front. And I was like, well, you know, I was actually the one that was scheduled for it, so I think I should get it. And, you know, I came in with no mask and like nothing to help me get through the day. And they told me that I had to be up front and open up the store up front and be on register. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I was really fucking pissed. And as soon as the doors open, this one customer comes up and I mean, like, it's been like 30 minutes. Customers come in, they like shop for a little bit, and this random hick dude came up to me and showed me a shirt, and he was like, how much does this blue barb mean? Because, you know, we have like the different colored barbs on each of the items. We have a different sale color every week. And he was like, how much does this blue barb mean? And I was like, well, technically the blue barb doesn't mean a specific price. And before I even got to explain myself, he interrupted me, got like 10 inches away from my face and was just like, no, how much does the blue barb mean? And I was like, I actually did. I got fucking heated. And
He just yelled in your face.
yes, he just fucking yelled in my face for no reason. And now
And
it's
shook
like
something.
and like we have like fucking signs with like what the item is and the price for the item on every fucking rack in the store. So like it's unreasonable for a customer to come up to me and be like, "How much is this?" when they're standing right next to the sign that says how much it is.
What did this dude look like?
Just looked like an asshole hick, and it was a jersey that he was asking.
What
me
was
how
he
much it
wearing?
was. A ball cap, fucking probably a shitty dad T-shirt, and
It's always those. Honestly, that's why I hate fucking working retail.
I mean, like, it's better than fast food, like, by far, but, like, retail sucks, like, in specific ways for their own.
Yeah, 'cause you definitely deal with Karens at fast food places, but there's like a whole different Karen whenever it's
Karen.
retail.
Like, you think that you get the, "May I talk to the manager, please?" like, at a fast food place, but no. You get the bitch that says, "I would like to speak to the manager," at retail, and it's
Yeah.
very frustrating.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of baffles me that there are people that care that much to just fucking be dickish to, you know.
And
Oftentimes, it's like teens in retail,
and
like
it
they view them as
sucks.
so below them.
And it sucks because I was already having a bad day, so it just fucking pissed me
Yeah,
off even more.
just
I was
made it
like,
worse.
I literally told him, I was like, "Well, there's prices for the shirts on those signs right next to you."
I would have said that too.
Like, cause like, and like, there's so many people that will walk from the back of the store and up front and be like, "Where's the restrooms?" And I was like, "In the back of the store where it says restrooms right above where they are." And they're just like, "Oh, okay."
And then
I'm
they
just
go
like,
find it because you gave them direction.
Yes, exactly.
Hello,
Maybe
would you like me to help you find anything? Like the exit?
Yes.
It's like, did you just like wake up today and decide that you were gonna yell at some like retail workers, or you're like
Sometimes, man.
I specifically wanted to get triggered about something that literally doesn't fucking matter, and then also makes someone else feel like a shitty person in the process.
You're allowed to get triggered at things that don't matter because, you know, like with the work thing, like it sucks, but like, what's more trigger worthy is that guy, like, like like getting up
Pretty
in your
much
face
getting in
because
my face
because
and
that's an
shaking
injustice
something,
that was
yeah.
done to you. But like that's but with work at a job, like you kind of have to be flexible. It shows that you're a good worker. And I mean, you were.
like, yeah, I still helped him, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I was
I know,
fucking pissed while I did it.
Of course. And like I get that way too, for sure.
That's why I'm honestly like low key. I don't want to stop wearing a mask, because when I do, people are going to start telling me to smile again, and also people are going to ask me what's wrong more, and I'm fucking over it. Like, I don't want that to happen because I have RBF syndrome. I always look angry, and I'm like, bitch, that's just my face.
Yeah.
Resting bitch face.
That's and another thing that I just like that I don't like about like, okay, so there's a specific rule. Like, if an item is brought up to the front that's supposed to have a specific price on it, and it doesn't have a price on it, we are not allowed to sell it to them. And it sucks in both situations for the customer and for us, because it pisses off the customer, and that customer gets pissed at us for no reason.
Well, yeah, because that negates the whole point of a fucking store. You go in and buy something. It's available and it's out. Like like you presume that you can buy it, and
Like,
when you get told no,
it's understandable, like, why they get upset, but like I just don't understand why customers can't like understand like why like we can't do it. Like we had like people that actually got fired because the cameras caught them writing a specific price on something for someone and giving it to them, because it has to go in the back, it has to be processed, priced, and then it has to
There's
go back
a
onto the floor the
system.
next day. Exactly. There's a system. So I don't feel like it's very, I don't think it's right that
it is not okay. It's understandable that someone would be pissed at that.
Yes, I mean,
customer-wise,
I would
'cause
be
that's an
pissed, but I
injustice.
wouldn't blame it on them, and I wouldn't be like
Well, hey.
like physically angry at them. You know what
They
I
have
mean?
yes, they have a right to be pissed about it, but they have zero right to be a dick to somebody in a just doing their job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I I'll be pissed, but I wouldn't take it out on anyone. You know, I just kind of keep it to myself and just kind of seethe about it. Maybe go to the gym, punch the heavy bag.
Oh,
Get some anger out.
you're like, that retail worker wouldn't let me, like,
You know,
that retail worker
like,
wouldn't let me buy what I wanted.
If
So
I'm mad
I
at someone, just don't say it to their face.
And there's like this specific customer that comes in, like they're these two older ladies that don't live in town, and that's always their excuse. And they always bring something up to the front that doesn't have a price on it, and they're just like, well, this is actually what I really, really wanted. And it's just like, okay, well, we still can't price it for you.
Sorry.
Like, I can't like put a price on it and give it to you. And like some of the customers will just be like, oh, well, it should be about this much. And it's like, well, I can't just take a price from the customer and put it on something. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's ridiculous. That's something that triggers me every fucking day that I work because it happens every day.
Just bitches, man, bitches. Well, what do you think? Do you want to get this show on the road?
Yeah,
eh?
why don't we get fucking
I
started?
fucking guess. All right.
I fucking guess, man.
So.
So, hot spaghetti?
Hot
Hot
spaghetti?
Hot spaghetti.
Sounds good. Kind of hungry.
So, yeah, me too.
It's 1:22. I haven't eaten anything.
I haven't eaten anything since like 2:00 yesterday,
Wow, good job.
except for popcorn and those chips earlier.
Okay, so
She raided our cabinet.
I was gonna say good job fasting all that time. That's really good for the body, you know, especially if you're not feeling well.
like I still didn't eat anything at all last night for many reasons. Anyways, let's not
Popcorn
talk
and
about that.
chips.
Okay.
Popcorn and chips
But I
tend
had
to
like
disagree.
five pieces of popcorn, so
Wow, dude. Jeez.
I'm.
Why don't you know
hungry.
when to stop? Fuck.
So I'm gonna
just
start
kidding.
off by shut the fuck up. I'm gonna start off by talking about the earliest record that I could find of
Hell
an
yeah.
alien encounter.
Okay.
Earliest. Are we talking 60s or?
It was in 74 BCE.
Damn, dude. That's
Damn.
really cool. Like
Yeah.
cave paintings and shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That
It
sounds
was
fun.
it was in I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, but Phrygia, Asia. A Roman army commanded by Lucullus. A Roman army commanded by Lucullus was about to begin battle with I'm really fucking myself over with these names, with Mithridates of Pontus, when all of a sudden, and this is quote, when all of a sudden the sky burst asunder and a huge flame-like body was seen to fall between the two armies. In shape, it was most like a wine jar, and in color, it was like molten silver. The apparently silvery object was reported by both armies.
A wine jar? What's a wine jar? What's the shape of a wine jar?
Like a wine glass.
Like a wine bottle? Like
a
a ship
wine
in the
cup.
shape of...
Well, back then they were all like clay pots, kind of.
Okay, well, yeah. It wouldn't
So-
be like a goblet.
Maybe you can look up like a 74 BC wine jar and just like put it right here.
It's probably like bowl-shaped, I imagine.
Yeah, it's probably more like a bowl
It's
shape.
probably pretty archaic liquid delivery system,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes. So I'm also going to be talking a little bit about Betty and Barney Hill.
Betty.
Who date?
They are the first
What be
couple who basically invented the modern alien abduction phenomenon, like
Pioneers.
you know, the grays, the silver discs in the sky, and like they had a very detailed account of being abducted and like losing time, stuff like that. They basically accidentally invented the phenomenon of,
Accidentally.
yeah. But I actually read that they had seen one of the first alien films. According to skeptics, they had seen one of the first alien films before their abduction.
So they had
theory.
inspiration. Okay, well, if a movie like that existed in their time and the years matched up, then that would be a real possibility.
Yeah.
When did this occur?
It's in the 1960s.
So this one's the 60s.
Yes.
I imagine a movie to do with aliens was around in the 60s to give them enough inspiration.
Oh yeah, speaking about aliens.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing an
Yeah.
alien shirt.
I did not prepare anything.
It's okay, me neither.
But so interesting.
Their account recovered with the help of hypnosis, detailed extensive medical exams.
So they got a hypnotist in there to like
Yes.
extract information.
Yes.
Oh wait, they didn't remember anything?
And also a pregnancy test.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, you want to break that down?
So
I'm intrigued.
So this is from history.com, so it's going to sound a little theatrical.
That's fine. We love theatrical on this channel.
But this is how it starts. Is it chasing us? That thought coursed through Betty and Barney Hill's minds as they drove down the empty, winding country road in New Hampshire's White Mountains. It was a September night in 1961. They hadn't seen a car for miles, and a strange light in the sky seemed to follow them. When they finally got home to Portsmouth at dawn, they were far from relieved. They felt dirty. Their watches stopped working. Barney's shoes were strangely scuffed, and Betty's dress was ripped. There were 2 hours of that drive that neither of them could remember.
Sounds erotic.
Fuck.
With the help of a psychiatrist, the couple eventually revealed a startling story. Gray beings with large eyes had walked them into a metallic disc as wide as their house was long.
Damn.
Once inside, the beings examined the couple and erased their memories.
As wide as their house was long.
Bro,
That's
they were fucked by
interesting.
aliens.
Yeah, essentially.
Definitely.
Essentially. Probed. Correction.
Their experience
probed.
kicked off an Air Force inquiry. So the thing about this story is that it's one of the most investigated abductions, because it was unheard of in the 1960s. Like,
First one.
yeah, like it was basically one of the first abduction stories.
Unheard of to our own knowledge.
Yeah, like one of the most popular ones. It was the most investigated because of how detailed their encounters were. But
Like today we have much more just like media and
yeah,
knowledge around aliens, a lot more abductions. So, you know, like there's a precedence for it. So when it happens now, just like or like a rumor about aliens, like a photo that comes out, it's just not that shocking. But
Yeah.
in those times, it was shocking. It's like when the War of the Worlds broadcast happened. You know, do you know about that?
yes,
You know, when he started, you know, reciting it, and just like people thought it was real, and they got really panicked.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this part of the Air Force was a secretive initiative Project Blue Book that investigated UFO sightings across the country. The incident would also become the first ever widely publicized alien abduction account and shape how stories like it were told and understood from then on. Debate continues as to whether the husband and wife were liars, fanatics, crackpots, or simply sleep-deprived people who later recovered serious scrambled memories.
My money's on crackpot.
Some believe that the Hills' story was simply a myth in the making, with the supernatural meetings, vulnerable protagonists, and otherworldly journeys that are often the hallmarks of legend. Many point to the stress of being an interracial couple.
New layer.
In a predominantly white state
In the 60s.
in the turbulent era, yeah. The year their hypnosis, 1964, was marked by the Cold War tensions and civil rights unrest. with numerous urban riots erupting that summer. So
Wow.
a lot of civil rights movements were going on back
That kind of does
then.
add a new layer to it, because
Um,
like depending on the area, that could still be a prevalent mindset, which is retarded. But I have members of my family who I've heard speak out against that. You
yeah.
know, they just don't believe in it, in anything to do with like interracial.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
that's
you have a
logic is so
biracial
flawed.
couple at a time where obviously it was not easy to be a biracial couple.
It's like being a gay couple.
yeah.
Do you know what
The
what their races are?
I have a picture somewhere. Wait, I think. Yeah, Barney was black and Betty was white.
Hmm.
Um,
That's kind of like a very frowned upon combination, unfortunately,
yeah.
back then, from racists. Like, I feel like 18% of a sneeze is like in the back of my nostrils.
So in
18%.
the weeks and months after their abduction, Betty, an avid reader, checked out books from the library discovering the civilian UFO group, National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena, otherwise known as the NICAP.
NICAP.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kneecap.
Nightcap.
Kneecap. It's literally kneecap.
Yeah.
But yeah, they reported the sighting to the Air Force, worrying about radiation. Betty suffered from disturbing dreams. Barney developed an ulcer and anxiety, so they sought mental help. The two met with Benjamin Simon, a psychiatrist and neurologist who specialized in hypnosis. At that time, it was like a mainstream technique. Like it was like now to us, hypnosis is like a normal form of therapy, but back then it was like this new age, like
It was like
mainstream.
it was all the rage.
Yeah.
It was the cat's pajamas.
Yes. Through months of weekly sessions, Simon helped the couple piece together what they think had happened. A vessel had landed on Hill's car, putting them to sleep. Afterward, gray beings walked up to them on a long ramp and into the spacecraft. Once inside, the Hills were separated, taking turns in an examination room that have curved walls, a large light hanging from the ceiling. They were both asked to climb up on a metal table. The table was so short that Barney's legs hung over the side. They removed their clothes, plucked strands of their hair, took clippings of their nails, scraped their skin. That makes me shiver.
Just got all the dead
Scraped.
skin off.
Yes, yeah. The needles, like they were connected to long wires. They probed their heads, arms, legs, and spines
Oof.
With needles.
with long needles
Oof.
connected to
Heads,
wires.
so like a lobotomy.
Probably like in the sides.
Yeah, lobotomy.
Yeah.
It goes right into the temple.
A lobotomy's through
one-
the.
One large
Wait.
needle around 4 to 6
Lobotomy
inches.
goes through the temple into the brain.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
No, it doesn't. It goes through the eye.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
But but then I thought that sounds fucking insane. But
No,
lobotomies are insane.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
One large needle around 4 to 6 inches long was inserted into Betty's belly.
Oh.
This pregnancy test left her twisting in pain.
So it was deemed to be a pregnancy test. Is what that was.
Yes. Yeah.
Hmm. The
After-
aliens checking if she was pregnant.
Yeah. After Betty's examination ended, the beings rushed back into her room, excited. They discovered that Barney's teeth could be removed. Betty laughed, explaining that Barney had dentures.
Oh.
She explained to the aliens. Those are dentures, you silly grays.
They struggled to understand that, of course.
They're like speaking their alien language.
Yeah.
All confused.
Betty asked where the craft had flown, admitting she knew little of the universe. The being joked with her, saying, "If you don't know where you are, there wouldn't be any point in telling you where I am."
Okay, so
she
they
also
can speak English.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Maybe they
throw in a
somehow
little wisdom there too.
Maybe they somehow learned their language from like hacking into their brains or something. I don't fucking know.
That's
That
a
seems like some kind
possibility.
of alien technology would do that.
But she also, under hypnosis, drew a star map, shown to her on the ship.
Drew a star.
I like
map.
how like the dude was like tortured and shit, and then like the girl is just like given a tour around the ship.
I mean, how was the guy tortured? He was just probed, right? Did something extra happen to him?
No, he was just probed.
Oh,
Yeah, he wasn't tortured, not
never
yet.
mind.
Well, yeah, no.
Okay. So these are overall cool aliens.
Are they cool dudes that just want to learn?
Is this going to
from
end with
humans?
her giving birth to an alien baby, like an alien hybrid?
I don't think so, but
They were excited because when they dipped that thing in, they successfully impregnated her,
yeah, I think
and she gave birth to an alien baby.
I don't know. I don't know.
And that's how Mark Zuckerberg was
I
born.
don't know. Fuck.
Right?
He really do look like a lizard person though.
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
like he could be a gray. I could see it.
Yeah.
He has those dead eyes. Those eyes that show no sign of a soul.
But yeah, so this isn't necessarily the first report of a UFO or an abduction, but their story did capture the nation's imagination and was so widely publicized. It basically shaped the way that we talk about alien encounters and abductions to this day.
I was kind of imagining like American Horror Story,
Yeah.
like how they were abducted and stuff, and like that. That's kind of how I was imagining that situation.
Yeah.
And like that's just been such an iconic portrayal of this phenomenon is alien abductions, is that it happens exactly like this. You get probed and you go into a ship and there's a bright light and these little gray beings, and yeah, it's like it's like a familiar story,
Before the Hills story, apparently alien encounters were friendly, according to a professor of sociology at California's Chapman University. Apparently, some aliens even lived on Earth and commuted back on weekends.
Oh shit!
Cool.
But once the Hill story became better known, abduction accounts shared certain characteristics, such as medical examinations and missing time, aliens with large heads and big eyes, dubbed greys in UFO circles, became classic sci-fi staples in personal accounts and pop culture.
Mm.
Of course.
I mean, pop culture. Like, have you guys ever seen the show Third Rock from the Sun with John Lithgow and actually Joseph Gordon-Levitt? You know who that is?
I think so.
A young Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was in Inception.
Yes.
He was in Looper with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either of those.
I know who you're talking about.
He's a really great actor, and he's actually really good as a kid. He kind of like showed up a lot of the adults on the show, to be honest with you. When he was like 11, it was really cool. But it was an old sitcom about, and honestly, it had no right being as good as it was because the show's pretty ridiculous. It's about aliens that come to Earth disguised as humans to learn our ways, and it's like a family. John Lithgow is in it. Some other people, French Stewart, is in it, who isn't really known for anything else, but he has really squinty eyes and talks like this, or he just looks like this and just looks really intense. His eyes are always so squinty. It's like really kind of crazy. But and young Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who's actually the oldest of the aliens, but for some reason he got put into the kid body, so that's like a joke that they use for like a few seasons, and then he just kind of like becomes like a normal teenager. But like it was a really good show.
Lit.
Dope, fam. I also kind of want to talk a little bit of the lore of Black-Eyed Children.
No, I don't think we should.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
That sounds
Because
Black-Eyed Children.
Because you're a stupid whore.
I thought you were gonna say Black-Eyed Peas for a second.
We should talk about the lore of the Black-Eyed Peas.
The dish or the group?
I mean, hey, she be
Disgusting.
talking about being from 3008, so like
Oh. And oh.
it might be aliens. Who
Oh my
knows?
God.
Honestly, the Black-Eyed Peas kind of suck.
Yeah.
And also Black-Eyed Peas
I
kind of suck.
mean, let's
Yes.
not talk about her performance. We all know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
the Fergie, like the national anthem.
I fucking died
Yes.
laughing.
I
watching it.
literally cried. I literally cried laughing. Like I was fucking it was hilarious. So have you guys heard of the Black-Eyed Children?
I have heard,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
does this involve kids going up to people's doors?
Yes.
Okay. Very spooky.
Yes.
Like, if this happened
I
to
think
me, I'd
I've-
probably freak.
I think I've told you guys, but not like on the show.
I think I've heard about it before.
Yeah. All right. So, the Black-Eyed Children, they might knock on your door on a late, wintry night. You may see them approaching your car while you are waiting at the signal. At the signal or gas station. It might seem like they need help, or they might just stand still for no reason.
It's really painting a picture. I imagine that one thing from SpongeBob where he's just standing under the streetlight and he's the only way out.
Yeah.
But instead of Patrick, it's like or SpongeBob, it's a black-eyed child. At which point I walk the other way.
This article,
Especially if they're begging for help, just looking creepy. Like, no.
yeah, I know. This article literally says these children do not look threatening. I was like, bitch, where? Please tell me.
According to who?
No.
Literally, like a child with black eyes is like, help me. And just like, no.
I'm like, bruh, like, please get the fuck away. I don't like actual children.
damn, Misty.
Especially not
sorry.
demon children.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
about to be possessed up in here.
They would want to get in your house or your car. They will be persistent. Suddenly, you will notice something is not right about these children.
Wanting to get into my house, not threatening.
Their eyes, pure black from lid to lid, dead black orbs, devoid of sclera or iris,
That is really creepy.
will chill up your spine. You have finally come across the Black-Eyed Children.
Like, the eyes show so much expression. When you just take those away on someone, it like takes away a lot of like personality and like,
Yeah,
soulness.
some reports say that it's like a void, but some reports say it's like large alien eyes. Black-Eyed Children or Black-Eyed Kids is an urban legend of paranormal creatures that resemble children between the ages of 6 and 16. These creatures with pale skin and black eyes have been reportedly seen hitchhiking, panhandling, or at the doorsteps of residential homes. So they'll be on the side of the road, or they'll show up at your fucking house. Like,
So either hitchhiking or just come up straight to your door
Yes.
and like, like for Girl Scout cookies, but death,
and cancer.
but death.
A dozen of stories keep circulating, all following a very similar pattern. Kids with eyes completely blacked out appear at people's homes, vehicle, knock on the door, and then insist upon getting inside. Anyone who encountered them has almost immediately felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Besides
Sounds about
blackout
right.
eyes, these children typically appear normal. Sometimes their attire seems outdated. Like if a black-eyed kid would walk up to our door, it would be like 80s attire, like almost like as if they don't like follow with the times.
Almost like they're from a different time.
Yeah,
Oh,
almost
shit,
as
that's
if it's
spooky.
like a multi-dimensional like being.
Ooh.
And they're trying to, and they don't know what era they're in, so they just try to dress up however they feel.
One has one of those like poofy dresses from like the 1800s or
Yeah.
something. Dude.
In extremely unusual instances, people have reported encountering creatures with talon-like feet.
Ew.
No one knows where
Children
or
with feet? Like children with bird feet?
yeah.
Ooh, ew, gross.
No
ew.
one knows where or how these creatures pop up. Conspiracy theorists believe that black-eyed children are aliens trying to reach out to their Earth. Demonologists believe that they are children of the devil himself, and if you let them in, you are allowing the devil to enter your life.
You know, I would lean more demon than alien.
Yeah.
You know?
Because that's what I always
But
usually
it could
thought
be
it
alien.
was more demon.
It just sounds like a Twilight Zone episode, you know?
Yeah.
like Children of
creepy
the
ass
Corn
shit.
too.
Yeah.
They want to enter your home to call their parents. However, upon making eye contact, it seems like there is a much sinister plot to the story. Some people claim that these children have existed since the 1980s. However, most sources say that a legend originated in 1996 in post written by a Texas reporter where he wrote about 2 alleged encounters with the black-eyed children. He said that he encountered two children in Abilene, Texas, with pale skin and black eyes. One of the stories goes like this: in the snowy town in the middle of nowhere in Vermont, an elderly couple heard the sound of 3 loud knocks on their door. They opened the door and saw 2 children, a boy and a girl. Parents will be here soon. May we come in? The children did not make eye contact and just stood there in the doorway. The elderly couple were hesitant, but after a while, they let the boy and girl inside. The kids settled on the couch while the wife made some hot cocoa and the husband asked them questions that went unanswered. The wife returned and noticed that her cat was scared and angry with the children. They said, "May we please use the restroom?"
See, that's a bad sign. Pets not liking someone
Yeah.
in this
Or
kind of
not
scenarios,
liking a house. Yeah.
it's like a bad,
Yeah.
you know. Also, the loud knocks kind of trips me out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, loud knocks and then you open the door and it's children. Like,
Yeah. You're like,
fuck?
I thought you were the police. Like, fuck. The wife looked at the kids and she finally saw them. The children's eyes were as black as the stateless universe. Starless. The starless universe. Fuck.
Stateless
Fucking
universe.
dyslexic ass.
She directed them to the bathroom and returned to her husband, who was covering his face with his hand. Did you see their eyes? The husband said, then showed her his hands full of blood from a nosebleed. The power suddenly went out, and the house turned as dark as the
Dude.
kids' eyes.
This is legit a horror movie.
Yeah, I know. The wife headed to the restroom and was confronted by the voice of the kids at the end of the hall uttering, "Our parents are here."
I just got to chill.
I know, me too.
That is really spooky.
Um,
Satan walks in.
the kids then exited the house, leaving the door wide open. The wife then noticed that there were 2 men at the end of the driveway. The men were very tall and slender. The
my
wife
God.
waved, but did not receive the same friendly gesture. The 2 men...
Who
and-
waves?
The
Hi.
2 men and the children then drove away together in one car. The power then came back on a little later after the kids left. Throughout the next week, weird things happened in the house. 3 out of 4 cats went missing, and the 4th had been found dead in the pool of its own blood.
Damn.
See, that is not cool.
The husband continued to have nosebleeds and finally went to the doctor, where he was diagnosed with a very aggressive skin cancer.
Damn.
Yeah. Bruh.
Maybe because like he
of
touched one of the children.
Yeah, most of the accounts, pretty much all of the accounts of black-eyed children where like were actually invited in they always, the whoever invited them in always had cancer, like almost like as if they are like radioactive in a way.
Wife didn't get cancer.
Um,
Oh,
She put up a finger to him. She was like, "Hold on."
like bitch, you wait.
Actually, no, it was just the
Okay.
husband. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, so that's just one of the stories that I've heard. I've also heard
That's crazy.
of.
It's really entertaining stories. It plays out like a movie.
Yeah, I know. There actually is a movie
Oh,
called The Black Eyed Children, or
Really?
The Black Eyed Kids, something like that.
sweet.
Yeah, it was made. I think it was made in like 2012 or something like that. But yeah, I kind of want to watch it now.
I do too.
But
yeah.
there was another story that I remember hearing on a podcast about this girl. She was just in the bed sleeping with her dog, and all of a sudden her dog just like jumped up out of nowhere and started freaking out at the door. And she sleeps with her door closed, and then there's the living room, and then the front door, and the dog was barking at her door, like,
Her door into her bedroom.
yes.
Like
And
from inside the bedroom was barking in an empty space in
Yeah.
front of him.
yes,
Or like the bedroom door was closed.
It was
and-
open.
yes, but
okay, standing in the doorway.
but her dog started getting really aggressive, and her dog has never done that before. So she checked it out because I think someone was knocking on the door, or making just weird noises at the door. And she looks into the peephole, and there's like this kid, and he's like standing there. I think it was like probably around like a young teenager, like 13, 14 maybe. And he's just standing there, and he's like, "Hello, can I come in?" And she's like living alone, so she's like, "No." and then the boy just got more aggressive and like started banging on the door and stuff, and then like it got so intense that she just like went into her room and then closed the door and locked it, and then she started hearing the knocking inside of her house.
Eek.
And
Okay, so dog was barking into the bedroom, and then a kid appears at the front door.
yeah,
So the kid is like an indicator that the parent, like some kind of demon entity, has entered the home. And maybe like once they're granted, like I was no, that doesn't work. I was just gonna say that maybe they're like a vampire. They can't come into your home unless they're invited.
yeah. So I think it's something like that.
But this one seems to have broken in because she's hearing the knocking in the home. Yes.
Well, I think she looked outside and the kid was still out there, but then she was also hearing knocking inside of her house.
So, indicator of the demon.
Yeah.
Then why would the kid want to enter? Because if the kid wanted to enter, maybe it's like to grant
Or
his
maybe it
demon
was
parent passage.
maybe it was just so loud that she could hear it like as if it was inside the house.
He's like getting more and more aggressive.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was. That is
Yes.
spooky. Ookie spooky.
But there's actually
Ookie. Spooky.
there's actually
Malamalooky.
a theory that the parents of the Black Eyed Children are actually the Men in Black. Have you heard of that legend?
Like Will Smith?
No.
Look at Mocha.
She's like, I'm the star.
That is amazing.
But that's why in that story it was two men. The Men in Black are also alien human hybrids. Typically they are dressed in all black. Their skin is really pale. They wear sunglasses. They're like super tall for no reason. And usually the men are like always wearing hats.
Sunglasses to hide their own black eyes,
Yes.
perhaps.
Yeah, they're always dressed in like all black suits. They're always wearing hats, and the women are always wearing wigs, like obvious wigs, and they're like super pale.
I have excellent
can-
wig dar, so I could
we
probably
can clock
tell.
a wig line, yeah.
Yeah, easily. I've grown pretty used to that.
But
I can spot a wig.
but
Clock
yeah.
that lace front, bitch. Lay them baby hairs down.
So
Like,
I
bruh.
think like the theory of the Men in Black are basically like the black-eyed children but grown.
Interesting. Oh,
I like
fuck.
that. That is like really, I mean, it's creative
But yeah, there
and
are
spooky.
there are accounts of people talking about Men in Black, and then like all of a sudden like their devices start acting weird.
Oof.
And like they get like a weird sensation like of uneasiness, and like if you're investigating them, it's almost like investigating the FBI but like supernatural.
They're like the supernatural FBI.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's pretty much even what the Men in Black movies were like. That they were like fucking.
Well, you know, mainstream
FBI,
media
but-
always has to like make a joke out of everything so that the lore of things don't seem as serious or true.
Yeah.
But
Because they don't want the fucking government doesn't want humans to be scared of something that actually possibly exists.
yeah.
So like,
Like it's about entertainment, so they often like change things about the initial story,
and I think
like the
that-
Conjuring movies,
Yes.
and how it spawned like a whole movie universe.
Yeah, the Conjuring movies are like basically mostly not true.
Yeah.
I mean, the first
So-
one,
They're
the
really
first
good.
one. I'm pretty sure it was only the first one that said like based on true events.
Yeah.
Like and then like
Maybe
everyone.
the second one,
Oh yeah, because they went to England. in
but like the
second-
individual
yeah.
movies, like The Nun,
Well, the-
Annabelle, those are just spin-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Annabelle is relatively real, but the second Conjuring was based on true events, but Ed and Lorraine Warren weren't actually there most of the time. Like, they were there in the movie the whole time,
Hmm.
but they actually didn't want to be there.
Yeah, because it's fucking that movie was fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
No, I mean
I love a
like
good
they
horror movie.
like the story of the girl who was being possessed by the demon or whatever.
In the first Conjuring.
Yeah, like
No,
they
the second one.
the second one.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
in England, like the people who are mainly investigating it was like the mainstream news and investigators, but Ed and Lorraine Warren actually weren't there for the most part of the investigation. The story was actually investigated by other people.
Hmm.
But in the movie, they're there the whole time.
So yeah,
I bet that demon probably wasn't even Valak. Like it was probably like a different demon.
Yeah, it probably was.
taking Hollywood liberties, you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
They gotta keep up the flow of the fucking movies, and just make sure the stories are all tied together.
They're coming out with a new one, and I really want to see
Really?
it. Yeah.
A new Conjuring, Conjuring 3.
Yes. Or
I th-
something like
I
that.
think there's already a 3. I think it'll probably be the 4th Conjuring.
I don't think there's a third one.
I've seen the 3rd one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there is a third one.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Actually,
Wait,
all right. Hold on. We're going to find out right now.
This camera really is not even.
No. The Conjuring 3 is the one that's coming out.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, it's supposed to come out in June, and I'm like, who's going to see it with me?
I will go.
We'll go.
We will go.
We
Let's
should
go.
all fucking go.
Let's go.
I'm so excited for
Let's
it.
go.
Let's do it.
All right, well, let's wrap it up then.
Okay.
Where, how do you usually do that?
Well.
We kind of just bye. I'm kidding.
All right.
Socials are down in the description, guys.
Socials are down in the description.
Make
Thank
sure you click that subscribe button. It's probably on that side. And the bell
Make sure to
icon so you get
subscribble.
notified. We also are going to be starting a new YouTube channel, which we've already created, called, well, it will be 3 Gays Content Corner instead of 2 Gays. Where we will be doing more like short content and like movie reactions and just random fucking videos and shit.
Oh yeah,
It'll be fun, yeah.
Yeah.
So go subscribe to that. We'll put that in the description as well.
Also, don't open your door to any children.
Yes.
Unless they're
Just in
unless
general.
they have cookies. Of
No,
course.
just in general.
Okay.
Unless you like, if you see them and you see their eyes before they come into your house, bitch, slam that door.
If they're like asking for help and they're they like look distressed, it's a trap. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you don't have to follow me on anything if you don't want to, but my socials will be down below.
Hmm.
I'm glad we're doing this, guys.
Yeah, this is
Heck
really
yeah.
fun. I love you guys.
It'll give me something to do on my weekends.
Yeah. And artbytristand.com is in the description also. If you want to buy like a mug like this that has a unicorn on it, or just like just like really cool designs, because I consider myself something of an artist. I designed the Facebook banner and the logo that we have, and
It's great artist.
they're really fun to make with much input from the other two, of course, because I don't want to do it all by myself and make some, like I wanted to be a design we could all agree on.
Yeah.
But
All
but
right.
the website is there. Okay.
Well,
So-
y'all stay gay. If you're straight, I don't care about you.
Later, y'all. We'll be back again soon, and I don't exactly know what we're talking about. We haven't really figured that out.
We'll figure it out.
Well,
You
this
know,
is gonna be
this is
rocky
gonna
at
be
the
a shit
start.
show.
Once we get to like episode 40, we'll start to know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, y'all better be paying us money by then.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that's on period.
All right.
Okay.
So what do you say? Let's booger.
I think we should boogie. Let's
All right,
boogie.
Get
All
the
right.
fuck out.
Bye.
Bye.